most people think of football, the one position they think of is the offensive line. I'm just joking. Nobody thinks that. But don't you want to learn how to do what offensive linemen do? That's what I'm going to teach you here in this demonstrative video, which is, of course, how to get into a basic offensive line stance. This video is good if you're maybe having trouble with getting in the proper stance, or if you just want to learn how to get down into a three-point stance. I myself am a starting offensive lineman for our high school team, and I have been playing offensive line for about 10 years now. So what I'm going to be going over in this video is getting your feet set right, putting the right weight distribution and balance on your hand, and what different things to do depending on whether you're pass blocking, run blocking, or pulling. So first we're going to start with our feet. What you're going to want to do is you're going to want to get them about shoulder width apart. If you're playing center, you maybe want to get it a little bit wider just so you can snap the ball easier. And make sure that you want to have your feet pigeon-toed just a little, not a ton, just so that way your knee won't buckle when you try to push off and you tear your ACL. So once you get here, depending on if you're on the right side of the center, what you're going to want to do is you're going to want to take your right foot and you're going to put it about half a step behind your left foot. And if you're on the left side of the offensive line, you're going to want to put your left foot about half a step behind. So once you get your feet set right, what you're going to want to do is you're going to want to come into a squat position like this. And it's your basic foot, that's your basic foot placement. Now on to getting your hands set right. So you got your feet set right. Well, now what do you do with the upper half of your body? What you're going to want to do is you're going to want to come down like this and just lean forward and catch yourself on this hand. Your hand that you're not putting your weight on, you can either keep it down here, you can have that here ready to punch. Doesn't really matter. One thing that you're going to want to do though is make sure that your back is as flat as it can possibly be, and you don't want to have just a ton of weight on this front hand. You want to be able to take it and lift it up, because if you have too much weight on it and you take it away, you'll fall forward, and that's not what you want, because if you try to push off like that, you're just going to fall forward. The defense is just going to slap you to the ground and run behind you, and then, yeah, not good. So once you get here, the correct distance for how far your hand out, there's not really one set distance. It's really just whatever feels comfortable and works the best, while keeping all the parameters that you need, like having the correct weight distribution and your back flat. So now on to the different little small things that you want to do for each different situation and blocking assignment that you have. So the first one, and probably the simplest, is a run block. So what you're going to want to do in your stance is get into it like normal and just put a little bit more weight than you would normally, just because if you're run blocking, then you're going to be going forward. You want all that weight to get into the defender and just push him backwards so you can get a good push into your running back, or whoever's throwing the football can run far. Now for pass blocking, you're going to want to have a little bit less weight on this hand, because you don't want to come forward whenever you pass block. You want to come back and try to catch the defender, which it's a lot easier to do your drop step if all your weight is in the back half of your body compared to the front. Now for pulling, which is when you get into your stance, and instead of going forward or backwards, you do this, you run out to the side and you hit somebody. What I like to do is, say I have to pull to the right, I want to have most of my weight on my left foot here, because that's a lot easier for me to open this leg and drive off that way. One thing that you are going to want to make sure that you do, depending on what the blocking assignment is is you want to keep your stance looking uniform throughout, because the defense can cue in on, say, they're leaning forward a lot here, they're going to run, and then they can plan accordingly, and your strategy is going to be as effective. So that's the basic rundown of how to get your feet set, how to get your hand and weight distribution correct, and what to do for different blocking assignments. I hope this video helped any aspiring offensive linemen out there. Thank you for your time.